My name is Muhammad Fraser-Rahim. I'm the Executive Director in North America for Quilliam International. We are a counter-extremism organization headquarters in the United Kingdom in London. I handle and run our programs in North America, in which we are looking at the intersectionality between religion, violence, violent extremism more broadly. And what we seek to do is to promote pluralism, largely in our liberal democracies throughout the West, but also in communities throughout the world, in the developing world, whether it be the Middle East, Central Asia, Africa, etc. So for me, and as I started a bit earlier, I come from a government background, and then I left leaving working in the U.S. government to working in peace building, largely through the U.S. Institute of Peace, and then now my current role with Quilliam. And also, I have recently just completed my doctoral work, so I've come from this issue from various vantage points, academic, policy, as a practitioner. And so I'm familiar with the various models that have been out there, whether it's the Singaporean model, coming from a very religiously based approach, whether it is the model in Saudi Arabia, whether it's the Arhas model, or various other models that communities themselves, grassroots level initiatives, whether they be in the United States and Montgomery County. There's some of the efforts that we have with Quilliam as well. I have looked at the approach of really addressing this intervention, what we call upstream and downstream preventative approaches, to recognize that they have to be locally specific. As you can imagine, they're not all going to be the same, because each community throughout the world with different cultural realities, with different experiences with war, with peace, will have to require various nuanced surgical approaches. And so as I've seen this and addressed this issue from various forms, I recognize that our approaches, our strategies, have to be really done in a manner in which we are being really at the grassroots level and finding strategies that are good practices that can be shared globally. I think the notion that we have best practices makes the assumption that we've already solved this one of the most existential issues of our time with violent extremism. I think what we all are doing is we are experimenting, we are piloting, and so good practices can be shared, they can be borrowed, but ultimately they are locally tailored and locally responded to as well.